You're watching the Hog Brothers Garage YouTube channel. Hey y'all, welcome back to the Hog Brothers Garage YouTube channel in a new video. Thanks for tuning in. In this video, we're going to tackle some more of the fuel system. Not the carburetor, but we're going to work on the fuel pump. From our family to yours, we wanted to wish y'all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's get to the video. What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to the channel in a new video. In this video, we're going to go through the fuel pump for the 33 Pontiac. Yep, she's got a glass bowl. It's AC. I will tell you that I have had this apart to make sure, to see if it was bad before I ordered parts. And I got part kit for it. That's where I ordered it from. The part number for it. But this fuel pump was bad. Here's the, you can tell, this is ate up and gone. You can buy a kit with just this rubber piece, but it is pressed on there, so it'd be kind of a pain. This one here comes with the rod, so it made the kit a little more expensive, but I have been in there, like I say, the main piece. But yeah, we'll get this thing apart, get it rebuilt. Get one step closer to getting the Pontiac going. It's got a little thumb screw there. Like I say, it's got a glass fuel bowl on it. Pop this off there too. We'll get this apart, cleaned up, put back together. Again, I've had this apart. Doesn't take much to pull the fuel pump and carburetor and everything off this thing. There's the tools I used. Very little tools to work on this car, which is kind of nice. We're gonna get all these screws out. Just keep everything in order. Hopefully this don't have any cracks like the carburetor. We'll get that fixed. Doesn't seem much to be to this. Just keep an eye on wherever you put your bolts and stuff. Yeah, you just, like I say, keep track of what you take apart and where you took it from. And should be a pretty easy carburetor to rebuild. I'm just gonna take it apart and we'll see, there's not much inside of it. Only 6 screws holding that together. Yeah, there's the other part of that. Other part of that there. You see it's hosed. It is 91 years old for, you know, so, but yeah, like I say, there's not much to that. Pretty easy fuel pump to rebuild. We'll have to, oh, I don't have that size. We'll have to break out the old West Virginia metric set here. I just don't feel like walking over to the toolbox. Got a weird plug there. And a little washer. You see, just keep everything intact. Oh, there's a little spring inside there. This thing is inside here. Weird disc. I know it comes in the kit, but yeah, there's not much to this thing. This gasket is hosed. Comes with a new gasket. Don't want to lose that spring. Put that back in that thing over there. Get rid of this here mess. Everything seems to be pretty simple in this car. We'll get it nice and flat. You see, at some point in time, I believe in the 80s, they did away with that fuel pump and put this thing right here on there. I'm not going to use this. It looks to be some kind of a electric fuel pump, but it doesn't appear to be too good inside. It opens the same way. It has a thumb screw here, but I'd just rather put it back the way it originally was. Everything on that's the same principle, but as you can see, it is, look at the junk coming out of that thing. One, there's a broken spring. I don't know what kind of fuel they used, but you can see that, yeah, that's not much count. It could probably be fixed, but I'm not messing with it. Because, well, I just rather keep it simple with the original one. Maybe when somebody put this on, they couldn't get a kit for this. But, yeah, like I say, it's, as you can see, look at that crap. It's pretty gross. And like I say, this, we got a kit for it. We'll lay out all the parts. I think that gasket, the screen, gasket for the engine, where it bolts to the engine. One of those go to where to bolt to the engine. Not sure which one yet. Few new springs. We will reuse our old spring. Just lay out all the parts. Be careful. A lot of little small parts. Some of them might not be for this. Some of them might be for a different model. You just gotta figure out what you took out of this one and replace it with what you need. That's it for the parts that were in there. You see, you just gotta be careful when you take it apart. We'll get this all cleaned up. I'm sure you don't want to watch me clean this, so we'll get this cleaned up. The cleaner the better. We're dealing with fuel, and we'll come back after it's all nice and clean. All right, we got her all cleaned up, and we just gotta put her back together. Shouldn't be that hard of a task. Just that was a little more flat. Yep, we're gonna put this thing back together here, and we can't try until we get our carb debacle figured out. But yeah, like I say, we're just gonna put this back together the same way we took it apart. We're gonna need this gasket. Yeah, and you can steer your wife's chapstick. You get it back in her purse fast enough. I like to put chapstick on these cork gaskets. Get it back in her purse fast enough, she'll never know. Helps it stick to the bowl too. Oh, I'm gonna put this piece in first. Yeah, this car here has a pretty cool history. My great-grandfather's pretty proud of this car. It was it being the first car to pass 200,000 miles. It was also the first car to cross a bridge in I think Middleport to West Virginia, and he did that on purpose. I was told he called the newspaper and told them that or the first car to pass this bridge, cross this bridge, meet him there at midnight. And he got the newspaper there and moved the the barriers and drove his car across so he could be the first car across that bridge. I think it's pretty funny that he would do that. I was also told back in the day the Ohio River froze over and he drove the car across the ice. I don't know how true that is, but still a funny story. Reason for wanting to get this car done is, like I say, most people know to take my uncle for a ride in it. I started putting on the YouTube videos to so family members I have can watch this from wherever they are. My great grandfather's daughter is still alive. I believe she's 87. I'd like to get her to go for a ride in it. I should be really using the proper tool here and not a West Virginia metric toolkit. But they said she's been watching the videos and liking it. And hopefully we can give her a ride in it. And she would, I think she would dig that. The gasket is on there. I could probably left that one. But we got a new one. So we're going to throw it in. But yeah, like I say, she'd probably like to ride in it. I'm pretty sure. And I think it would be pretty cool if we could get her a ride in it before something happens to her. There ain't much to this car. I've already checked this one. There's one thing you do have to watch on these, is you got to make sure that this is flush. These will bend over time from the torque of bolting down this glass bowl. You can usually tell if it's bent. Pull that back out. You can usually tell it's bent by if the glass rocks. I mean, there could be a smidge of rock, but generally you can tell. And this one here is apparently wasn't over tightened a whole bunch. But like I say, yeah, there isn't much to these fuel pumps. You got a little cup that holds the glass, a thumb screw or whatever you want to call it, to put in there, a couple springs, a couple gaskets, and you just got these like little valve pieces. Those are for a different carburetor, but a couple valve pieces to put in there, and you're good to go. But yeah, well, I got some family down in Florida. That's who we got the car from. They're in their 70s, but I'd like to get them to get a ride in it. I think that would be cool. I'm glad they at least get to watch it. This is probably the hardest part. There's a groove in this. You got to put this down in there and turn, because there's a little groove down inside here you can't see on camera that grabs a hold of that to push it up and down. There's a little bit of a booger there. Well, yeah, I think that would be pretty cool to get them to get a chance to ride in it. And, of course, my daughters and stuff, they're excited to want to go for a ride in it. I don't think we have much more left. I didn't pull this out. I did not pull that out. It worked okay. It's nice and tight. But, yeah, there isn't much to this carb. I think I got it all. I mean, it was pretty much that simple. But, yeah, like I say, this car means a lot to a lot of people in my family, and I think it would be cool to have it done. Just want to make sure I wasn't remembering how I oriented that, or that was orientated. So, but yeah, like I say, I'm that old guy people talk about. He's got all them cars sitting there, and he's just letting them rot. I'm always gonna get to them, and Well, it's about time for me to get to them. This one here is the most important. I just love cars, and I hadn't had a lot of luck on. I got enough on my plate, but I gotta start finishing some of them projects. My cars are not sitting out in some yard somewhere. They're housed in a dry climate. So it ain't like I got a bunch of cars sitting in my backyard. But like I say, I have cars that are special to me and stuff. Hopefully I can bring to the channel. I figured starting the channel, like I say, would be a good way for future family members and you know, they can see what I did. I'd like to leave some kind of legacy, and I figured if I start a YouTube channel, that'd be the best way to do that. And it would also, if you know, I'm lucky enough to people are interested and I get monetized, I can and it helps pay for some parts. That would be great. If not, I have recorded memories for family members to watch. I'm hoping there's a car guy, a future car guy in my family or something that is into cars as much as me. I mean, I had a couple uncles. I had a couple uncles that were, excuse me, it's cold out here, that were into cars too. My dad was heavily into cars. There was like 3 of us or 4 of us. I just seemed to get the gene. My brother, he likes cars, but he's not into cars like me. That's okay. That gives him a reason to come by when he needs his car worked on. I just, since I was a little kid, loved cars. You know, watching a sweet orange Charger jump across my screen every week as a kid, or, you know, watching Smokey and the Bandit, the cool black Trans Am. You know, it was just, the rules were less strict then, and my dad would drag me to the junkyard on weekends, and we'd get parts, you know, to fix people's cars, so he'd make a little money on the side as a forklift mechanic to help feed us. And I just wanted to always do it. Some say that's not so smart, but if you can do what you enjoy and make a little bit of money off of it, or at least help pay for the parts to do it, it's a swell thing. It'd be pretty cool. And all right. And yeah, it'd be, I think that'd be a pretty cool deal. And, you know, I think some of the cars I got are pretty interesting, and, at least to me they are. Go double check them bolts. That's fuel's coming out of there. But yeah, I think it'd be like, see, I'm only 52, but you know, you never know what's going to happen. But I want to make sure that I think I can. Yeah, I can feel that. I can feel that sucking. Huh. All right. There we go. Minty fresh. Didn't turn out too bad. I could have got a little cleaner if I'd had like one of them one cleaner deals. I don't know why the name of it slipped my head now. Ultrasonic cleaner. Might have got a little cleaner, but I'm pretty happy with that. And yeah, there ain't much to that. It's pretty simple. Yeah, that's pretty simple. This spring would go down to here on this for the lever, but I'm not pulling all that out. It looked great. So that's the only thing I didn't do. So we just need to get us another core carb and put this puppy on there. And we'll be in business hopefully. Yep, got the right gasket. Yeah, we'll be in business. What the difference is between those gaskets? Well, they both fit. They both have that hole. I have to match it up to the old gasket. Let me grab that old gasket. Stop recording. Alright, that's definitely that gasket. Yep, it's definitely that gasket. You see, it's just, these kits are universal, so there's a couple things, but it's definitely that gasket. So, we just gotta toss that gasket on there. I think either gasket would work. But, yeah, we just gotta toss this gasket on there and, we'll toss it on the car, but we'll have to rebend fuel lines. We'll have to rebend the fuel lines and whatnot, but we should be good. But yeah, this is not, like I say, this is a super easy car to work on. Let me turn on some more of my high-tech lighting on this side. There we go. Now we can see. But yeah, we just, like I say, we just got a bolter on there and do this without knocking anything over. I'm gonna go down in there. It ain't like it's sitting on there, is it? Not the easiest shot to get there. Yeah, we'll get this down in here. And you get that. Make sure you get that lever in the right spot. Yeah. Easy car to work on. Easy car to get the stuff. But when you're short like me, it's one thing I didn't get from my dad, his height. But when you're short like me, it's hard to get over these fenders. Probably been better if I didn't have the car on jack stands, but we got to tackle the exhaust system. Yeah, there ain't much to it. Let me grab my 1/2-inch wrench and this puppy will be installed. I'd like to wait until after I paint the engine, but I do have I want to clean this engine and paint it, but we gotta make sure it runs good before I get through all that. I mean, we've heard it start, but the fuel pump I had on it was 5 to 7 psi, and this carburetor is only meant for up to 4, so it doesn't take much fuel pressure. So we got to run the fuel line, and then hopefully we can find a carb core we can use and be right up in there. You can see, it's kind of hard to see, but there is a bolt down in there. What I'm trying to get to. Yeah, like I say, so I'm new to the filming stuff. So you gotta bear with me. I'm sure I'll get better as time goes on. It's not like I've ever recorded myself for anybody or working on a car, and I don't have a editor or nothing. It's just me. So my daughter is gonna start helping with editing and stuff, and maybe filming me some. She just doesn't want to be on camera. So there we go. Look at that puppy right there. She's installed. Looks pretty good on there. Can't wait till that float bowl's filling. And yeah. And this thing is motoring down the road. Can't wait till it's motoring down the road. The sooner the better. But we want to make sure we do it right. And it yeah, we'll have it. We should have her whooped out in a jiff. We're going to try to go as fast as we can. It is wintertime and kind of cold, but we're going to bear with it. I don't have a heated shop here. But I have willpower and a love for cars. It'll keep me out here. I just might. So if you like this video, click like, share, subscribe. And from our family at here at Hog Brothers Garage to yours, we wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.